coming to you live from the largest British prison in the known universe. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 212th episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. In recent times, I suppose, vaguely, am Lord Power Slave, and I'm joined by this bearded man whose name I've forgotten because it's been so long. Who are you, son?
Buffin Games.
Buffin Games. Fucking hell.
Do you know the story of Buffin Games?
I know nothing about anything because you and I, aside from swearing at each other in a fucking thing last night and just generally adding chaos to each other's Saturday evening, haven't spoken in fucking weeks because there's been no podcast on.
True.
I've been busy as fuck. You've been busy as fuck. It's been a stressful time for everyone, but we're here now and happy about it. So, dude, allow me to ask you, how you going?
Oh. It's been a while since I've heard those words from Loggy. How good is that? This week in Mail and Games, I did my first Grandmaster. Proving Ground.
And I saw that, and I saw, who did you run it with?
With my name is Biff with Bive.
Yeah, right.
And Barbaric Ham.
Barbaric Ham, yeah.
It was a fucking hilarious time. It was actually a really good time. I think it took us maybe 4. That last room is tough.
Not a lot of cover.
Yeah, with those
and the orbs of death.
You know what I can't get the hang of is just the unstoppable, the fucking anti-barrier. They I don't know, those words just all blend in my head. I just square, triangle, circle. Can we just not do something like that? You know, the squarey boys.
Yeah. It took me a while to get the hang of it, and I kind of just limit myself to unstop hand cannon, and I just like that's the real secret of GMs is knowing who you're going to be running them with, and then getting in and just say, I'll run this right off the bat, so that it suits you, and then they have to Nick will know that I do that all the time. I'm doing this. Oh, okay.
So I don't know how I feel about, because you've been banging on about Grandmasters and be like, dude, you're not going to like it. And, you know, obviously I'm on a bit of a tear at the moment with doing like solo flawless.
I mean, who saw that coming?
Dungeons. What's that?
Who saw that coming? Like, I thought Matt will really like the challenge of doing Grandmasters with friends, right? And then you've gone even further and gone, no, I want to do the dungeons just by myself. Do you know, I feel like the solo dungeons are way closer to the Halo experience I got, where it's like, it's not just bullet sponges. It's like a very specifically designed encounter that's also like, whilst it's intended for 3 people, it's also possible solo. And I feel like that gets me way closer to the Halo high than GMs. This is my issue with GMs. I don't think GMs solo are fun. They're not the same experience as doing a dungeon. Oh, GM solo is punishing, dude. That's
and it's not exciting. It's sit at the back of the map, find a hidey hole, and just use all your bullets. However, the way that you make up for that is, I think GMs change dramatically, obviously with 3 people. Because then it's all about teamwork, and I do have a good time where it's like, okay, we're going to burn this, insert champion's name here, focus fire this dude, okay, break his shield, focus fire back. It's still a challenge against ammo. Like, it's not.
Yeah. If you're not careful, yeah, it can be. And it's like sitting on heavy ammo until the opportune time, and
yeah, it's a
lamenting the fuck out of
war of
everything.
it's a war of attrition, right?
Yeah.
GMs more than anything, and I think they're okay. I think they're okay. I actually still think that what they did with solo lost sectors and the rewards they get for solo content, I actually think that solo lost sectors is still higher in my sort of thought of
Yeah, right.
a Destiny experience. Like if I could run solo lost sectors and they did something to bump them up a bit more or whatever, and you could get similar rewards and farm them rather than just exotics, then because you can't get the golf balls from the lost sectors, can you?
No, I don't believe
No.
so. I think that whole. I don't know. I mean, I say that now, going, oh, that whole economy needs a rework, but it probably doesn't now that we don't have sunsetting to contend with. You know, like the whole golf ball. I mean, obviously you're still leveling up characters and building armor sets and all that sort of shit that, you know, everyone did 4 years ago. That
Yeah.
But I think that there's I don't know. I think it can do with a revision. I think there's so much like item fucking bloat and all that. But what have you done? What have you actually achieved? Because this has probably all happened in the span of like, I can't remember what you were trying to do solo prophecy on your hunter, I think, last episode.
Wait, is it the last time we spoke?
No, you'd done it, and then you were trying to do presage. Because I remember Buddy's giving you advice and like me and him laughing at you before we went live with the last episode.
Right. So since on the hunter, I have now done the solo flawless on all of the dungeons, prophecy, pit of heresy, and shattered throne.
Yep.
And solo flawless on master presage.
Right.
And just started the Titan journey now. So I've just done solo. It is so different not having invis. It is fucking insane how different the encounter is.
This is why, and I don't mean to be rude, but when you were going on, parroting on about, oh, I could do this, I could do that. I'm the best. I'm like, mate.
Yeah, but what's your excuse going to be now, cunt? Now they're going to get it on a Titan.
Go and get unbroken and go flawless, and then we can talk.
Oh, fucking Pete. Okay, all right. Well, here you go.
I've covered myself for 9 months. Oh, well, the next year, because we've got to get fucking 5,500 3 seasons.
Okay.
We'll revisit this. Episode 250.
Do you want to... Do you want to make this fucking bet? If I get fucking unbroken, right?
Yep.
What are you going to give me? If I do your dog shit PvP, what are you going to give me?
I'll do the shit that you've done, and I'll do it without complaining.
You're gonna do all solo flawless, all fucking dungeons on every character.
No, not in every character. God, I don't have time for that shit. I'll do it on a Titan like a man. Like you're finding out now. It's a bit harder when you can't just make yourself invisible and fuck off. You gotta actually stand there with the result of your actions. Oh, these enemies can't just magically lose fucking sight of me and fuck off.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Titans make up for it with their panic bubbles and their fucking ability DPS on stomp bosses, and it's not like it's just different. And the thing is, if you do it on a hunter first, you basically don't learn where to stand because you just run around and just make yourself invis the whole time. And then when you get in with the Titan, you're like, oh fuck, and now I need to like find these stupid spots to stand in where only so many people have certain angles on me and I can fucking take this out and do this or whatever. But
you know what I will say?
Right.
I will say
so
that...
So it's going to take me how many seasons to get unbroken?
3.
Mate, no, if I do that, you can't. You do fucking all your characters. It's fucking 3 seasons.
Yeah, but like how much effort over 3 seasons? I don't know. I mean, most people have done unbroken, so...
I don't see how I don't care. I'm fucking done unbroken. It's not between me and anyone else. It's between me and you.
It's amazing that we can not talk for weeks and then instantly slip back into just instantly ripping each other's fucking heads off about garbage that doesn't really matter. But I will say this. I played Trials last night. I played with Sass and Aura for a while, for the first time in ages. And I played on my Hunter and my Warlock just because of the Igneous Hammer dropping at 3 drops. I just wanted to go in and get rolls and whatever. I am so fucking useless on the other classes. It is ridiculous. Like, and I respect anyone who can jump between classes and not feel like they're just floating in an ocean of incompetence, because it took me an entire card on the Warlock to even start to get in. I didn't dodge roll on my Hunter at all. At any point. I have no idea what, like, that button drops a shield. That's all it's for. Right? There is no. Yeah. So if you're out there and you're managing to, like, play hard shit on 3 separate characters, respect, because, like, this Titan brain is far too simple for that.
Yeah, I agree, man. I was absolutely complete. I had an absolute crybaby rage fit as soon as I started playing Titan on the solo stuff, and I was like, I don't know how to. I cannot play. Not only that, because I didn't have any. I didn't have any stat. All my stats were fucking dog shit too, because I didn't have any armor.
Yeah, you were on, like, I called past your stream on Friday, and you were like 23 resilience. I'm like, fucking hell, Matthew. It should just be alarming. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can do a bit with the shit that you print out of the season pass, but
yeah, that's actually not bad.
All right, well, look, there's been heaps happen in Destiny while we've been a little on hiatus, but probably most importantly, you've handed in your PhD and you're a free man, right? That was the weekend before Easter.
The weekend before Easter, I submitted 3 articles and my PhD.
So
and then just gave the middle finger and went fucking camping. Yeah, fuck yeah!
Fuck you! Left. I go to the nature. Fuck you!
Turned everything off and went and sat in the bush.
So you haven't heard anything adverse back? You think you might be in the free and clear, or is it going to be met with staunch Mylan gamers fuck offery if it's?
Here's the thing, like, just hope it comes back with minor edits, because if it comes back with, like, you need to do more, I'm probably just going to say no. And then everyone's going to be like, you're so close, you're so close. Like, mate, I'm a year over now. You've been saying I'm close for the last 12 months. How long is this going to go on for?
Yeah, you can only be blue balls by the education system for so long.
Do you know?
Oh, no.
So, I don't know. Right now, I'm still pretty relaxed. I'm very relaxed, actually. It's been this week's the first week. I've just been able to focus on, like, I made a sponsored video. I made a video for tomorrow, and I just streamed all week and
living the life. Out. This is it. This is all the work. This is what you get. And, like, Danny's gone. Danny's actually left. So.
And he's at a hen's night. She comes back today, so yeah.
And your house is full of plates and garbage. Real gamer now, man.
And my folks went away again 4-wheel driving, so I've got with my brother, and so I've got his dog as well.
Oh, is his dog a shit?
2 puppers.
I imagine Chris's dog would be a shit of a dog, just because Chris is a shit of a bloke. You want some fucking live advice? Yeah.
Here you go. Listen up, gamers. Here, listen up. If you don't like exercise and you like sitting in front of your fucking computer playing games on the weekends, don't get a working dog. Especially don't get a fucking border collie, because you need to walk the fuck twice a day and not just casually. It needs to run. Right? It's meant to be running all day, especially if you buy it from a fucking farm. Its genetics are to just run and...
So he's left the dog at yours, and it's going.
If you're a lazy fuck, get a lazy fucking dog, okay? It's as simple as that.
Get a staffy. Get like my dogs.
They just want to be around people.
They just want to sit on stuff. And if anyone jumps the fence, they'll rip their fucking leg off. It's great. Perfect combination. Anyway, that strange tangent, but Matt's obviously coping with a few things there. I kind of had a suspicion.
Yeah, she is lovely, but you know, and the thing is I can't take both of them for a walk at the same time.
Or you get dragged up the street. Or do they fight?
No, because Billy Billy's actually quicker than Zoe, and Billy's like a pigging dog, and she just runs fucking 1,000 miles an hour, and it sounds like a horse running. And she's hurt her leg doing that. She's had an operation on her back leg.
Yeah.
Because big dogs are not like collies. They don't stop out, correctly, and they twist on their back legs and shit. So she can't run. So I can't throw the ball for the fucking border collie, which needs it. Otherwise, it's going to go ape shit. And I can't have Billy there because she instinctively wants to chase and kill shit too. So I gotta leave the Billy at home. Anyway, we got through the weekend.
You've got exactly the opposite problem to what I used to have walk with my dogs when we used to walk Isis. Is she'd get halfway around and then just like lie down and be like, I've had enough of this shit. And she weighed fucking 30 kilos and I'd be carrying her a K and a half home, walking over my shoulder going, like, fuck this. This is just horrible.
Wait, the Staffy?
Yeah. American Staffy. Big dog. She's so.
She just gave up.
She'd had back leg reconstructions and stuff, and like part of that was, you got to walk her. But she was just like, she'd get to a point where she just like, nope, stop dead. And you couldn't do anything.
They're so low to the ground too. They're like center of mass. Fucking, you can't move them. They're like
just
bricks.
A nugget with legs. Yeah. Anyway, this tangent from dogs down under, it's going really well. What else have we got to talk about other than Destiny stuff? What else have we got to get over and done with? Nothing really.
Hey, PAX in Australia's coming, right? Is that correct?
I saw that. That's going.
Where are we going? Are we not going? What's going on?
I think we're going to go, but I don't know. It's still up in the air as to what's happening.
I haven't bought tickets yet. Should I buy tickets or not?
I haven't bought tickets either. I'm sort of hedging my bets a little bit, but either way, even if I don't actually go into PAX, I'll probably just go there and piss up in the bars because that was basically my favorite part, right?
Dude, you should. I just did my tax. You should see. I went through like all my bank accounts. I was like, oh, this is a travel expense, right? I can claim this. You should have seen the fucking just absolute bills coming from what was it? Boat builders, Docklands. There's a whole fucking page of just withdrawals, just like $100 too, and like, all right, I guess I kept buying rounds then. Fucking.
It's funny because it must have just been me and you buying because mine's the fucking same. I went home like with nothing. The tank had run dry. I walked in the door and Rachel's like, how much money did you spend? And I went, all of it. It's all right though. I'm back to work tomorrow. I'll earn it all back.
Yeah, mate.
But look, we're doing something. I'm not like completely out of the loop with it. I'm keeping my ear to the ground. But it kind of depends on, like I think expecting Bungie to be able to do something like we've done in the past, like getting devs over here, and that might be not on the cards given everything that's happened with COVID. So playing it by ear a little bit. But the most important part to us,
a quiet one, Ryan.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be interesting to see how many not sponsors, what they call like people that have the booze and shit, the mouse companies, the keyboard companies, the hardware companies.
I think a lot of them have
domestic
setup, like so they'll be represented, but I don't think it'll be as big as what it has been in the past. But look, I want to support it. I want to get down there and get involved because it's a good Aussie thing, and there's a lot of good people tied up in PAX. And
I mean, the thing is, I guess gaming's probably the least affected industry by the pandemic. Would you say? I mean, its workers have been, but in regards to sales and that, right?
Especially in the context of like where we are now in gaming, like it's all about streaming and YouTube and all that sort of shit that you can basically do from home. And people could order peripherals and devices and whatever over the internet and get them delivered and go to town on them. And I think that I mean, I don't know, I'd love to see the numbers on it, not that I'm looking to get into anyone's books or anything, but I just out of sheer interest, I'd love to see the increase in sort of sales driven over this last year and a bit. Be interesting.
Yeah. Electronics gaming, I think, did pretty well, but
yeah, I mean, look, you play the cards you dealt at the end of the day. All right, let's dive into some Destiny news, and we'll talk about. Look, we've got technically 3 TWABs to try and catch up, but I'm just.
I have no idea because we haven't done the potty.
Yeah. You were explaining that to someone on stream the other day. Someone's like, Matt, have you read the TWAB? And you're like, no. And I won't be, because Log's job is to read me the TWAB. Like my job is to read Log law. We've formed this symbiotic relationship of keeping each other remotely informed on a broadcast. That's basically where we've devolved to. Anyway, I'll play the sting, but we'll jump into last week's TWAB, not this week's just gone, because there's a couple of juicy things in it. And Chris Proctor, who we love very much, nerfed Quickdraw. Yeah, boy. All right. So, most importantly, off the top of last week's TWAB, not this week's, they did the Pressage live stream, and it was incredible. Go and check that out if you haven't already. But Kilts for Kids in 2021. I love Kilts. Scottish ancestry. I think this is a great cause. Go and support it. Jump into that TWAB. Also, you get a tartan fucking emblem, which will probably be the one that finally gets me to take off the movie of the week one, because it's amazing. So $50 donation above, you get the unique emblem. There's a whole heap of prizes and stuff. I won't labor on it, but get in there, check it out. It's Bungie. Feels like Bungie have always got something going on, supporting something awesome. So if you've got a bit of hard-earned cash that you feel like you could donate to a good cause, go and do that. Obviously, it heralded this week's Iron Banner. So we have Iron Banner. It's good. I think they've repealed the skill-based matchmaking, lobby balancing stuff that they put in last time, so it's not quite as bad. So it's a good time. We jumped in last night, and we either got really sweaty games or were mercying people. So I don't know whether that's good or bad. Anyway, but the meat and potatoes.
I mean, was it a good time, or was it like 90% of the people there just there for the pinnacles?
I don't know. Personally, I enjoy it, but I like control more than I like most other things in life. So I'm a bit weird like that. I think for many, it's about getting the pinnacles. And it's a good source of pinnacles. You know, I mean, it's not particularly time friendly, given it can take you a few hours if you're playing it by yourself, and depending on whether PvPs you go to or not. But yeah, I think I don't know. It's
or really,
I'll say this for Iron Banner. I'll say this for Iron Banner. Oh, I don't know. I'm not even believing the high stat roll thing anymore. I told you that, and then like since telling you that, there has been fucking nothing decent drop for me. I'm getting like 58s out of engrams. So I'm like, what has happened?
60s, you must be unlucky.
60s aren't good.
When you fucking haven't played a Titan ever, yeah, they are.
Okay, 60s are better than nothing.
It's all perspective, mate. You're banging it on fucking 7 years of playing a Titan. All right, it's if you're starting a new character, Iron Banner's a good place to hang out.
Yeah, okay, I'll allow it. Look, I don't know. I feel like Iron Banner's getting a bit stale. I feel like it's been the same for too long, and it's basically just control on crack, where you can lock people out of points. I feel like I feel like they could, beyond the pinnacles, they could probably retire Iron Banner for a couple of seasons and bring it back reworked. And like, that's not a
mate,
shot
we need
anything.
something in PvP. We need something. Yeah. I just think it just needs to be crazy, fun stuff, objective based. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that so many times.
Who cares? We've talked about it so many times. Yeah. Fucking when it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then
yeah.
whatever.
I mean, look, I think Trials somehow out of the quagmire has managed to prove that, you know, with the right mix of rewards and stuff, it can survive. I still don't think it's ideal, but anyway, let's not get into that. The most important and contentious thing that was announced in last week's TWAB was the changes to Quickdraw. So, long story short, Quickdraw not only made you pull your gun out insanely fast, but it basically maxed out all your handling and all of that stuff, which on aggressive frame shotguns became more or less. That's why they're the meta. That's why Fell Winters is the meta. That's why you see nothing but Astrals at the moment, and they're so fucking strong. So, what is going to happen with them? The quick draw perk on guns, other than the two that I just mentioned, the Fell Winters and the Astral, the handling bonus is going to change. It's going to be specifically tied to the 1 second after you after you switch weapons, and then removed if you aim down sights or when that timer runs out. So it basically affects your quick change and nothing else. There's no inherent buff to the stats. And Quickdraw is being taken off Astral and Fellwinter's entirely and replaced with Surplus. So rip the god rolls that everyone worked for. But look, I know it's disappointing. I think that things like this need to happen. And I think if they happened more frequently, people would be more understanding of them. And I know that sounds probably backwards, but this one, it just felt harsh. And I had a cry about it on Twitter because I'm a streamer and I'm allowed to do that. But so I get it.
Can you, for the massive smooth brains out there, tell me how it functioned previously exactly, and then tell me how it functions now.
Right, look, okay, I'll read this out because I'm never going to be able to word it better than this. Quickdraw. This perk is intended to provide faster swap speed, but it also passively buffs handling by plus 100, which is the full scale.
What handling, is that not your swap speed? What else is handling impact? Aim down sights.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of inherent sort of, I don't know, if you get a gun that feels really snappy, it's your handling. And I mean, obviously that goes without saying.
Okay,
but
so
you can feel it. It's one of those things that like
swap, right?
2 years ago I wouldn't have noticed, but I definitely do now. So what they found is that completely negated the downside of using low handling weapons like aggressive frame shotguns, sniper rifles, and hand cannons, which, you know, like the go-to perk on all of those guns now is Quickdraw. Like it's the make or break. Right. I mean, to an extent now. I think people are starting to future-proof their loadouts by finding other stuff. So obviously it's not something they encourage. Those weapons should have downsides, and working around those perks, working around those completely via a perk isn't healthy. So basically Quickdraw was just too fucking powerful and negated the downsides of the weapons that it was rolling on.
Right, so the weapons that had low handling with a Quickdraw were now great because they didn't have a downside.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Quickdraw just does your weapon swap.
That's the way it reads. Yep. So it's active for like a second. So I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what it says on the tin for Quickdraw, right? Like that's always been, you know, if you don't understand any of the behind the scenes shit that's going on in Destiny.
I just thought it just comes out.
I only know this stuff like fucking. I only found out about Quickdraw like 6 months ago because probably Sassel already explained it to me. Oh yeah, it just buffs the fucking gun.
You want to know something? If you ever want to know when a big nerf is coming, if we start talking about something, it's about to get
nerfed. Yeah. If I'm finally starting to clue onto something after it's been in the game for years, and I'm like, wow, that's really strong, within a month, nerfed. Like we as people are the death knell for perks or abilities or anything.
Exhibit A. Remember when I started complaining about Chaos Reach?
They didn't nerf that fucking shit hard enough. Holy fuck.
Well, but still,
we can talk about that later. I've got some inflammatory opinions because I played Warlock last night in Trials, and look, fuck those guys. Anyway, so I think look, right. The other thing is like replacing a perk outright. Well, I'm pretty sure we have seen it before, but it's a pretty rare instance. Like normally the adjustment of a perk in and of itself is enough to bring it back into line. But having that, even that 1 second of increased handling on a gun like a shotgun that you use when, you know, you quick swap to it in close range and can hip fire it without even ADSing, I think that they felt they needed to go further, so they're replacing it with surplus on those guns, which, if you're not familiar, is basically it buffs your stats depending on how many of your abilities you've got fully procced and sitting there. So it's not quite as cool, but in the right context, I've got a bottom dollar that I've got it on, and it feels really good when I've got all my perks up. So I don't know. I don't know how it'll affect shotguns. I'm a little sad that it's going to fucking kill my Astral, but at the same time, I support sort of like we need to learn to tolerate these things a little bit better, I think, given that, you know, like they're clearly broken. Fellwinter's is fucking everywhere all the time. So it's a clear outlier.
See, this is my thing. It's like, as someone who doesn't know as much as they should know about weapon rolls, right?
Yep.
When you start talking to your friends, they just tell you, keep this, keep that, keep this, delete everything else. So you clean through your vault and you delete everything. And then next day it's changed again. And all the shit you deleted may have now been good.
I think.
And
look,
there's no way that you can get back that stuff. That's my fucking issue. I'm all up for changes, but I feel like if you've unlocked a role, I want their chase to be there. I just feel like you should be able to reprint random roles.
Did you read my tweet? I'm not even going to ask because you never read Twitter, but this is exactly what I said. It's scary. This is just proof that we've just become a human soup and we're all slowly becaming the one person.
Dude, the more I play Titan and listen to Doom, fucking hell, mate, we might be the same person.
Oh, we need to talk about that later. I'd forgotten about that. But that was kind of what I was saying. I'm like, well, look, I'm all for them changing how effective perks are. I'm all for them fucking removing perks entirely if they think they're completely busted.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like I'm all for the pursuit of balance, but it does feel shitty when I'm like, well, I've definitely deleted guns that would be better than a surplus fucking opening shot Astral Horizon. And that's what my gun's going to become in a month. So I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I do feel like having some ability to go through and if you've had it drop and it, you know, like, I don't know. It sounds like a fucking massive job though, when you think about it, keeping track of every single drop everyone's ever got forever. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where you move.
It's a computer. It's not fucking Jerry in the library flicking through fucking cards. Like, I mean, it's data.
Yeah, true.
Surely
it's just ones and
not
zeros.
that fucking hard.
I mean,
all
surely,
these shaders are in there. All your armor's in there. Everything else is fucking in there.
I feel like it's not outside the realm of possibility. But even if they went in and they went, right,
it's not physically storing the gun somewhere. It's just fucking saying, Maddie's unlocked this fucking roll.
Here's me fucking catacomb of guns. It's like the fucking Matrix, you know, and they bring in the phew, here's all your fucking guns, Neo, you nerd. Just 20,000 Astral Horizons that I kept in fucking igneous hammers everywhere. It's basically my vault at the moment anyway. But I do agree. Even if they went, look, of every gun, we're going to make 6 curated rolls. Not like 20, not like whatever the fucking possible maximum permutation. We're just going to make 6 or 7. And then they had them in collections. And as you go through, you tick them off as you get them to drop.
Nah.
The end. You don't reckon?
That was D2, man, and the ravenous horde of Destiny 2 players.
Look. I'm not talking this one fixed randomness. Roll. Okay. I accept that. But like there's got to be a way to keep track of it.
You just need to allow people to if you get it once, it goes in a collection and you can reprint it. And this immediately gives Bungie the flexibility to nerf whatever they fucking want and to buff whatever I want, because people won't get angry, because when you take something away, something else becomes powerful. And if you've been grinding Destiny, you will have another god roll. It's just going to replace what's at the top. Yeah. I think people get angry when the rules get changed. It's like you're playing fucking soccer and then some cunt comes along and goes, actually it's football, and it picks up the fucking ball. You're like, oh, you can't, we're playing soccer. Like, no, we're not. We're playing football now. And you fucking, and then someone comes and gives you an uppercut. No, actually it's ice hockey. You let them punch each other. You're like, what? I don't get what game I'm playing. All right. That's what fucking happened.
I don't know. I mean, the other way you could look at it is equally that you could go, well, once you've unlocked the perk on a gun, you can then craft a new version of the gun, like dismantle that gun to have the perks on it that you can then craft a new one.
I know you didn't fucking listen to me. Did you ever listen to the crafting system in Outriders? What I was saying about that?
No, I actively didn't listen to anything.
All right, let me just tell you this.
I think you told me about it on the street on an episode of this, and I couldn't get away from it without appearing really rude. Okay.
But I don't even think this would work I still think the best option is to be able to reprint something that you've already got. But in Outriders, when you dismantle something, the mods literally come off the gun and go into a collections page. And there's 3 different mods: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Doesn't matter what they do. There's different rarities of mods. If you dismantle anything, the mods come back to you, right? So it's like the random rolls. Like if you get Quickdraw, you will have a Quickdraw mod now. Now, the way they did the crafting, so there's still a chase in it. So you can't just make the absolute perfect gun,
Yep.
is you can only change one perk, right? So if you're, to put it in Destiny's terms, if you're farming, what would be a god roll something?
A god, a god
Now,
roll, like okay,
what do people
we'll use
use?
igneous hammer. We'll use that. So rampage,
Right.
rampage. I don't know, like maybe quick draw, though it's getting nerfed. So say you want to,
Okay.
you've got one with quick draw, you want to replace it after quick draw gets nerfed with rapid hit.
Right. Let's say you got quick draw rampage. What Outriders let you do is you could change one of them, and then it locks the gun, by the way. This is why I probably wouldn't wear Destiny, because change. You can change one of them with one of your other mods in your collection. So quick draw becomes dog shit. Rampage is still great. You fucking get rid of quick draw from that slot. You put in one you want, and that is now the mod slot that you can only change. Rampage stays on there. If you don't, and then you change it to something else, fucking whatever, and that's no good, then you can swap that back out again. So it still makes you grind. What you would be grinding for is a fucking igneous hammer with rampage, but you would have flexibility in one slot.
Yeah.
I still don't think that would work. I actually still think Destiny players love the fucking RNG of having to find the perfect god roll.
I think it's a love. I think it's a love-hate thing, man. Like it's one of those things where like when you are in the right with it, like when you win the Destiny RNG poker machine and you get the feature and you get the fucking like here's the god roll that you've got that everyone else is struggling to get, that's a good feeling. But when you're butting your head against something for fucking months to get nowhere, that's a bad feeling.
Like today I got the sluggy, first in, first out, whatever it's called.
Yep.
Auto loading and Vorpal.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
PvE monster.
PvE monster.
See, look at you. You're learning.
But you know what?
things.
Slugs were dog shit. Slugs were dog shit until they buff them. So like that's why you need. I don't know. I feel like you need to reprint them and then. I thought there was a dog underneath them. I hope she's pulled some of the cables out. Lucky I didn't just go offline. Then hold on a second.
Matt's wrangling it. Is he wrangling a dog?
I'm not ready. No, she pulled some of the stuff out and then it just fell off my desk. Like my whole power cord just fell off.
No. Did a big frighten. Anyway,
I hope that's what I really think needs to happen, because then I think Bungie could just do whatever they want.
I also think it'd do a lot
backlash
to dispel people's like being pissed off at people who crutch like guns, right? Like I think back to when like spare rations was fucking everywhere and it was all anyone was using, and it was like, oh fucking wanker with a god roll spare rations. Well, I mean, if you can go and print one out, like you can't complain about a gun if you've got access to it. Just shh. You're either choosing to fucking handicap yourself or you're not, right? Like that's it. I think I don't know. I feel like there's we're just short of a really good spot, and I think so too. And I think they're doing transmog, right? So like maybe that's
they must be close to having a system that you can reprint random rolls.
I don't know how similar they are. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I do, but I doubt that this has not been thought about at some point. And look, if I feel like there's a lot of really, really, really user-friendly shit happening in Destiny, and I feel like there's been a renewed focus on that, and this ties in really heavily with that. So it'll be interesting if it's something that gets picked up or not. I think there's always Destiny always needs to loot chase though. So how they balance that out with having things repeatedly attainable is, I don't know, a job for someone much smarter than me. The other thing that probably most importantly, Bastion. It says, since we're removing chip damage, Bastion gets something else instead. We've noticed increased feedback on Bastion and higher than normal usage in PvP.
Remember the litmus test?
Yes. I equipped Bastion about a week before this fucking this TWAB dropped, so it's going to be unusable after these nerfs. So I'm making small changes here and we'll revisit Bastion later. It's going to intrinsically stagger unstoppable champions, which is pretty good. And they're increasing the spread angle by 13%, so it's a bit more.
Wait, stagger unstoppables? That's the square boys? No, circle boys.
I don't even know. That's the ones that I would normally shoot with a hand cannon. After me.
Square boys, I think.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe this is why you didn't like GMs. I thought you'd like GMs because I've been getting carried through them for forever by people who understand the mechanics.
Nah, look, like I said, GM's fine. No, I already said GM's are fine. You need to have a team. It is a different thing, though.
All right, let's quickly jump into this week's TWAB, and we'll talk about that because there's been some cool shit happen this week. Actually, we kicked off the Destiny fans Guardian Games sort of community event. I made a whole heap of people, AC, Bombish, all that, play as a Titan against their will for the next few weeks. So I'm not very popular, but I'm happy. So whatever. But basically all we did, we got together. Tamsin's team captain for the Warlocks. Guy Sassy TPB, never really heard of him. You know of him? No, I don't know. I'm sure he'll let us know who he is anyway. Sassy?
Sassy?
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't.
You look like a pineapple?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Shameless self-promoter. He's actually changed his name to Sassy Hunter Vanguard. Like on Steam. So if you see on Steam. What a wanker.
Right.
Like that's how you take things too far.
Yeah, but that's how a Hunter Vanguard would do it, though.
True. I mean, he does
embody the Hunter Vanguard.
Yeah, by sheer and utter recalcitrance. Just
like
being a bit flaky, highly skilled but poorly motivated.
Yep.
All right, so there's a whole heap of stuff here about how they're changing the scoring. I know there's a lot of contention about the fact that Titans won last year because everyone's like, oh, there's less Titans and the weight by population made them win. No one cares. We won. The end. And I don't know. I think they've rejigged the scoring. So, the pressure's on the other two classes now because if they don't win this time. All right, so I'll read it out verbatim because it's a bit of a system. Last year, we received a lot of feedback on the overall scoring system and how it worked. You can read this post, blah, 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 blah. But the TLDR is that we had class-specific score weighting to account for the difference in class population. We did this to make sure that hunters didn't have a huge advantage because, well, most nerds are hunters. This year, we won't be doing any initial weighting on the scoring. Everyone's points will count the same at the start. This is how scoring will work. Okay. Medal values, bronze 1 point, silver 2 points, gold 5 points, platinum 15 points.
And then it's going to be like bounty you have to do to get these medals, right?
It's bounties and stuff, and there's a specific strike playlist. And this is not playing to my strengths whatsoever. But we still have to account for the different class populations. So this year, the class that comes third place each day gets a permanent 10% bonus on scoring going forward. So for every day you lose, the next day, your score gets buffed by 10%.
Why? Look, I know everyone complaining about the weighted averages, but surely the weighted fucking is way more equitable than.
I don't know, yeah, but like I don't care about equitable, right? Like, I mean, really, I don't give a shit. Like, you know what I want? I want a close race, and I think that's what everyone wants because equitable. When it works out equitable, Titans win, and they will probably just straight up win again because that's just the way it works out on player balance. There is less Titans, but they're playing more. The end. That's it. Hunters, casual class. You may not like it. That's the fact.
Oh, look, the reason why Hunters lose is because we're actual gamers and we've done all of our shit. And there's nothing left for us to do in Bungie, Destiny, so we're not going to get on.
Matthew, you're a Titan now, whether you want to admit it or not.
That's true. Whether you want it or not.
All right,
yeah,
so
by the way,
it'll be interesting to see how this It'll be interesting to see how this all pans out because having a 10% buff, it sounds fucking massive. Like the exponential fucking gains in that just by coming last is, I don't know. I mean, they've got the data from last year, so they've obviously worked out a system where they think it's gonna, you know, produce a close race. Yeah. Look, there is a Guardian Games strike playlist, so you can jump into that. There's a whole heap of modifiers and stuff. I won't get into reading through all of that because, look, this is already going to be a long one because we're catching up on 2 twobs. But go in there. There's a whole heap of modifiers that come into effect based on where your class is coming. So you are subject to the will of the performance of your entire class, so to speak. And I guess at the end of the day, whoever wins will get another dustbin put next to Zavala.
What do you get again? Do you know
you know like that little podium?
Yeah, I know the dustbin, but don't you get like armor or something like that?
Everyone gets armor. Yeah, there's armor in it. But probably
wasn't
most
there
important.
Special armor? Wasn't there special armor for the class that won?
You're thinking of Solstice of Heroes. Was there? I don't know. I mean, obviously it was very important to me being the class that won, and Titan's got a gold towel. Yeah.
There you go.
It was probably ugly. I probably looked at it and went, That's it.
Yeah.
But importantly,
right.
do whatever you've got to do to get heir apparent. It's fucking back. There is a fucking catalyst for it this time around. I have had to live for a year watching Nick that I play trials with pick up heavy and run around in trials with heavy and an overshield and not be able to do it myself because I don't have the gun. Go and get fucking heir apparent this time around, please, for my sake and for yours. It's probably the coolest, most
it's
unique
not an
exotic
overshield,
in the
isn't
game.
it? Isn't it an arc shield?
Yeah, well, it's yeah. So I guess if you play your cards wrong, you could get absolutely skinned. But on the weight of averages, exactly. I mean, there's no really powerful arc 120 hand cannons. So if there was, then
maybe not.
Bottom dollar's void next season. Who knows? Look, I'll pull up the armor pretty quickly. Here we go. The Titan looks pretty sleek. It's not for me. I like. It looks like SRL gear. I'll say that.
Yeah, it looks like Sparrow Racing.
It really does have that sleek sort of aesthetic. I mean, if this is what you're in for, I probably like the Warlock the most out of all of them. Actually, I'm not sure why the Hunter has a RGB fucking mullet. It looks a bit weird. The Warlock of the three of them I like the most, but pretty cool. And I like the Sparrow. I don't know that I'll ever take off always on time while it's stupidly fast, but there's that. And yeah, most importantly, heir apparent. Go and get this gun, please. It is a very good gun, and your friends will mock you if you don't for the next calendar year. Right, cool. Maddie.
Yep.
What happened in the laws? What have you been talking about for the last month?
Well, I actually didn't make a video for a couple of weeks.
Well, that's good because neither did we. It's been very fucking hit and miss over here.
I had that time off, and then I've actually made two summary videos on the Vault of Glass.
Oh, dude!
To prepare us for the Vault.
Look, there's something about the Vault of Glass that is. It's probably you know what it probably is. It's probably just that it was the first really like wondrous, unknown in Destiny, right? But it's just this. The second that I saw your tweet about it, talking about it, I'm like, oh boy, I can't wait to get back into this. You really. All right, go. You talk about it because I'm just going to pepper you with fucking annoying questions you probably had in chat all week anyway.
No, mate. I have beaten the law out of my community. No one even, and if someone comes in and asks law questions, they get piled on almost instantly. They're being mocked. I've never been to a law stream before. Yeah.
Do you still run the video?
No, I don't know where that video is. I've got to fucking find it. I don't know where I've saved it
somewhere. So, what do you think's happening with the Vault of Glass? Why now? Why like a bit?
There's nothing that I have seen that is relatively new that points to why we need to go back in the vault. So I haven't unless I'm missing something, I haven't seen anything this season that's sort of even remotely pointing in that direction. So I don't know why. So this is more of a historical video on the Vault of Glass. But yeah, how about this? You tell me, what do you even remember about Volk, like story wise? D1 veteran.
Fucking dude, that is literally like 4,500 beers ago. I'm pretty sure there are no cells currently in my brain that were even there at the time. So,
well,
look. All right, so we go into
tell
the
me,
vault.
run me through D1 campaign. Run me through D1 campaign. What happens?
We fight our way through 4 planets and then kill a big black sack of shit.
Yeah, where was the black sack of shit?
The Black Garden.
Right. And then what happens? What's the credits after?
I can't remember. What happens after
the
credits?
Exo Stranger gives you the Stranger's rifle.
Okay. So I don't know. So and then look, tying that into the Vault. Vault is the Vault a simulation of basically the Vex trying to write the perfect history to defeat us, or
yeah, pretty much.
Am I conflating?
Actually, surprisingly close. Yeah.
Am I conflating that with something else?
No, you're pretty close. I mean, the short answer is we don't really know, and this was the whole fucking thing about D1 campaign. The reason why you can't answer it is no one knows. Like we defeat the Black Heart in the Black Garden. Exo Stranger goes, fuck, the Vex are still pretty powerful, hey, and then go into the Vogue. Go into the Vault of Glass. That was all you really got told. And then you went in and you're like, yeah, we took out the Vex in the Vault of Glass without really any knowledge of why we had to do this and what they were really up to. There was some Grimoire cards, which I'm going to go into now, that gives us the best clue about it. But for the most part, who fucking knows? So overall and broadly, I hope we get a lot of missing pieces about what they're really trying to achieve in the Vault of Glass and why it was so important and why was it part of the original campaign. It's probably one of the big sort of unanswered questions about Destiny, because you know that they improved on this formula as time went on. I mean, you look at Taken King, you know, the campaign, or the raid continues the story of the campaign. Yeah. And that's been the formula since then, right? Is you kill Oryx in our world, then you go onto the Dreadnought, go into his throne room, kill him in the raid. There's meant to be this continuation between campaign and raid. And, you know, in Beyond Light, they did the exact same thing, and they've always done that. So applying that thinking, there should be some story link between the Black Garden and the Vault of Glass. But what is it? Well, I'm glad you tuned in, because I'm going to tell you. All
right, cool.
So this question really wasn't answered until relatively recently, but let me use a little bit of D1 lore first. One of the original D1 Grimoire cards basically said there was a connection between the Black Garden and the Vault of Glass, and the Vault of Glass was meant to bring forth what the progeny could not. I don't know. What was the progeny trying to bring forth in the Black Garden? I mean,
my assumption was that they were always trying to summon like the actual darkness. I mean, make of that what you will.
What we do know about the Vault of Glass is a lot of different timelines converge there, right? One of the main character arcs in the Vault of Glass is Praedyth, and he has seen multiple timelines. He's been trapped in the Vault of Glass. In Destiny 1, we saw his bones in the Vault of Glass, even though we received messages from him from past or future. And he also saw a vision of the tower being destroyed. This sparked the whole fucking lore saga on how he created No Time to Explain with the message soon, which was meant to be a warning to Guardians, because we wouldn't pay attention to any other fucking message unless it was on a weapon. So
But like he could have been more specific.
Yeah, no shit. He could have been more specific. So
Like, he might as well have just written cats. Like soon what?
This is the storyline is probably worth watching. That was my video last week. Essentially, Praetor's lost in the Vault of Glass, lost the time. He's trying to escape. He's sending messages out through time, message in a bottle kind of idea. The Vex researchers from D1 pick up the message. They discover him. He ends up working with them to try warn the city of what he's seen in the Vault of Glass, which is a timeline where the city's destroyed. That's no time to explain. It leaves a message that says soon. Soon it's going to happen. So it's pretty possible we might get some Praetor stuff, but the main point there is, and there's all these different timelines coming together in the Vault of Glass. The centerpiece, the conflux, the confluence, the convergence point is Atheon,
Yep.
right? We don't exactly know how he functions in there. We just have one Grimoire cut that says that he's the commander. He maybe was created by the Vault. He may have created the Vault. We don't know, but he is time's conflux. He is the point at which the rivers of time all meet. So, and he also commands those other timelines when you do the final boss battle. You know, he throws you to Venus and Mars, right?
Yep.
When you go through time. So there might be some more information on Atheon and his role in the Vault of Glass. There was also a I actually didn't put it in this video, but I should have. There was a Grimoire card. I can't remember where it is, but there's something that says there's something beyond Atheon. There's a needle beyond Atheon. Really long shot, but if there's a boss after Atheon, that would be perfect. If there's something that goes beyond that, if we get like a post-credits, post-Atheon defeat surprise, that'll be super cool. There's a tiny reference to it in one of the Grimoire cards saying there's something beyond Atheon.
Just throwing it out there. There is no space in Destiny more conducive to that. When you think about it, if they you beat Atheon, you walk up the stairs behind him, and then through something, bang, into something else. I think, dude, I don't think it's the craziest idea we've had on this podcast by a fucking long shot. So do you think like to bring this back, we're most likely to see another bit of a message in the bottle from Uncle Praetor trapped in time?
I think they could do. It's sort of like, so I mean, technically that was like an OG exotic mission before we sort of had them, right? You had to go in,
True,
you had to collect you had to collect Praetus, you had to replay the raid slightly differently and collect Praetus ghost shells to kick off an exotic mission. It's a pretty standard formula now to have exotic missions. Will they repeat it and have another sort of Praetus exotic mission? I don't know. But I will be surprised if there's not a lore book or a lore tab or something that might refer to Praetus. But you could say that fucking story arc is closed off. They really tied it in when he met the researchers. He made no time to explain, and that story arc's finished and that's done. But you know, he's one of the original members.
I don't know. He's one, like, he's a character that if like anyone who's played Destiny through its course, like you say, Praetor, it's like when we finally got to meet Osiris, right? Like there's these characters that you kind of hold, or Saint 14 even, that I feel like if they could bring a character in, even fleetingly, to like pay them sort of the service that the canon of it, you know, probably deserves, I think would be unreal. Even if it is just like, you know, by going in and defeating the raid again, we actually get him out, you know? And then he's like,
you could do Praetor. I mean, they could expand on Kabir as well, and you could also Pahanan. So Bahana made the super good advice, mate. You could have
True.
you could continue the story arc of the other characters that maybe were in the vault, and bring back super good advice or another exotic.
I just feel like there could be so much added to that without like like really enrich the experience of that just by sort of making sure that the stuff around it is serviced, because obviously it's Vault coming back, right? We've all done the Vault of Glass, okay? Like fucking probably some of us hundreds of times. Years ago, half a decade ago, we stopped doing it because Destiny 2 came out. Now we're going to go back and doing it again. I think that there'll probably be changes in the activities themselves and step ups and all that sort of stuff, because by like modern Destiny's standards, there will be people that will fucking blitz through Vault. Like it's much less punishing than where we're at currently, because it was kind of the first of its kind. But I would love to see it equally be as an exercise in not necessarily fan service, but service of that lore that was really the kicking off point for a lot of the the lore community, man.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they could easily expand on Kabir and Bahanan and the original team that went in, and if there were more members, it's very odd. There's only 3 members. People speculate that the rest got wiped from time, and just got yeeted by the Gorgons or something similar.
They were just trying to low man it.
Yeah. It's a solo activity, bro.
I only got 2 friends. I'll go in anyway. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it, guys. We'll be finished by dinner. Oh, never come back. I don't know. It's exciting. Look, I'm going to open up the thing. If you've got any questions now, ask us your questions about anything.
I haven't even finished telling you the lore yet, cunt. It's a long video.
Go. Yeah, keep going. But I'm just saying.
Okay. Sorry for calling you the C-bomb.
That's fine. I forgive you. I reckon, right. When this episode hits 300 episodes, this show hits 300 episodes, instead of doing a special fanfare episode, me and you are going to go and get counseling.
Film our counseling session.
Yeah.
Right. One of the other things that Prater says, which is probably the greatest link between D1 and D2, is that the Vex only care about the pattern. That's all they care about is the pattern. And that was never really explained in D1. Like, what the fuck is the pattern? And that's what they revealed in Season of Dawn. I think it was Season of Dawn. They released the messages from the darkness, which was like an origin story of the Vex with the warning that it was a message from the darkness. So it could be all made up, but it is still to this day the best origin story we have of the Vex. It's the light and the dark in the garden, a bit like Adam and Eve kind of style. And the gardener, the light breaks the rules. And from that, life emerges from the chaos. And reason it broke the rules, it broke the flower game because it was the game of life and what must live, what must die. The gardener grew, the winnower, the darkness reaped. It was a cycle of life and death. The gardener got bored with that and said, you know what, fuck it, let everyone do whatever they want. Broke the rules. There is essentially a Lord tab that 100% describes the creation of the Vex from that moment. And it talks about a pattern, the pattern of life that was pushed out of the garden, pushed into the universe, and eventually transformed into the Vex. So that's his pattern. And it's not a bad pattern. It's a good pattern. It's meant to be a balance. It's meant to be
it's like a fundamental universal law kind of thing, right?
Right. So they're meant to be the gatekeepers of that. Not evil, not good, but somewhat balanced. Now, the argument is, or the thing that I've speculated is on that same card, it says they were made before light and darkness, but the rules are different now, and even this pattern must adapt. So the big question is, yes, the Vex were maybe born of this pattern, but have they now changed? Have they now adapted? And how does that relate to the Vault of Glass? Are they now just skewed to like, well, we want to rule everything? And we don't really have that answer yet. So I would be looking for the re-release of Vault of Glass to hopefully sort of fill in those gaps between the Black Garden and the Vault of Glass. And I think it will relate to the pattern that Praedyth talks about, the pattern that's talked about in Season of Dawn, the whole sort of creation cycle of the Vex. And then maybe bits and pieces about Praedyth, hopefully. And then super fingers crossed, exotic mission about a boss beyond Atheon. The needle beyond Atheon.
Reckon we're getting Vex back?
Getting what?
Vex Mythoclast. All right. There's a few things that have been alluded to that, like in TWABs and stuff. I think it's very likely.
I feel like you cannot bring back Vault of Glass without bringing back Vex Mythoclast. How could you not?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It'd be like bringing it back and not giving anyone the opportunity to try and get a Fate bringer. Like, it'd be fucking horrible.
When did Xur first meet? When did Exotic start? Was Exotics always in the game, or was there like a week where?
No, they were always there. They were always there. I remember like way early on. They were like unattainable because you had to get the coins from doing Nightfalls. And I remember like literally telling my brother-in-law off and mocking him, calling him an idiot because he bought an exotic rocket launcher in the second week. And I'm like, why would you buy an exotic rocket launcher? You never get heavy ammo. You're an idiot. And it turned out that it took me fucking 2 years after that point to get Galahorn. So, and then they nerfed it a week later or whatever the fuck.
Told you.
Yeah.
So. Wait, so was Xur was he only on the weekends? He was on the weekends, right?
He still is only on the weekends.
Yeah, so
back half the week.
Anyway, I just think that when you think of exotics and the Vault of Glass, it's pretty hard to go past Vex Mythoclast. I still vividly remember when it first dropped and going into Crucible.
Oh man.
And just getting fucking blasted by this fusion rifle, assault rifle.
What was the fucking? There was the shader. Was it Chatter White? Was the shader that you got from? No, that sounds like a Hive thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing it. But there was that white shader that you got from doing the finishing Vault of Glass as well. And there was so many people wearing that shader. Yeah, it was Chatter White. Wearing that shader.
Like Chatter White was Crota. Or is it Vogue?
I don't know. Chatter White was Vogue. Yeah, right. Okay, no, but thank you, Chad.
Oh.
There you go. I do remember things, but just so many people wearing that shader, fucking obliterating people with Vex.
Oh, Glow, who was Crota? That's right. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like Chatter White might even need to come back. I feel like as much of this shit that they can bring back as possible. I am all in for just a sheer white shader.
The only Vogue weapon I never got was that fucking fusion rifle.
Praetorian foil.
Yep.
How am I remembering this crap? Like, I can't remember where I put my fucking car keys. I can remember Praetorian foil.
I used Fatebringer and Vision of Confluence. Like,
that was the scout rifle, right?
Scout rifle and the hand cannon. Yep.
Trying to think of what else there was. What was there? Was there an auto rifle? I'm trying to think of what it was called.
Yeah, the Void auto rifle, that fucking 80 in the mag, whatever. It's like, that one.
Really high fire rate.
Yeah.
We should. Did he use Vogue nostalgia trip? Atheon's epilogue. Yes.
That's the one.
That's it. Fuck yeah. That's probably the first auto rifle I loved.
Atheon's epilogue.
That's gonna check the law.
Yeah, no, because right, this fits into the theory that there's something after
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Atheon, right?
All right, look it up right now and read it.
I'm trying to find this.
It's been buried. You get on the fucking Wayback Machine on the.
Someone tell me the
What's wrong with your eyes? You don't need to stare at your screen that close.
Atheon's story is still being written. Is the
Is that it?
Yep, the will that holds the pen. The will that holds the pen.
There you go.
I remember it's a cool looking gun, a little silencer on it, everything nice.
Yeah, it was cool. Hopefully I'd love to see them bring back that entire fucking suite of weapons. I'm sure that they'll go close, right? Like, I mean, it's been years and years and years. I don't know. Anyway, right, cool. If you've got any questions, ask them now because we've been ignoring them anyway. I did say that you could do that. Lol. Tell us what gun you are most excited about coming back in VOG that isn't Vex. You know what? I hope we get super good advice. I love that gun. That's a great gun.
I mean, no, well, it wasn't when it first came out. You had to fucking miss your bullets to get them back.
I'm good at that. Matt. Fatebringer, stop it. No one wants Fatebringer back.
Dude.
What archetype's Fatebringer? Isn't Fatebringer a fucking 140?
What do we even have PvE hand cannons that you could use? Like, I mean, I'm not talking like champion hand cannon. I'm talking about Fatebringer you could use for fucking everything. You could clear ads. You could take down bosses. Yeah, it was just a one-stop shop of destruction, Fatebringer.
Wasn't it Arc?
It was Arc. It had Firefly, Dragonfly, whatever it was fucking called on it.
I'll tell you what, if they put it in the secondary slot and it's a fucking 120, it completes the fucking rainbow of flavors available in 120s. And it'll make using fucking Heir Apparent much more precarious, like I was talking about.
Oh yeah,
earlier.
I guess Sunshot's pretty close to what Fatebringer. It was the reload on it. It was so quick at reloading. You just like tap a thrall, everything would blow up. And you're like back in it. It was like really cool.
I feel like they've left like all this stuff alone long enough that bringing it back isn't seen as that like recycled content shit that, you know, everyone wants to carry on about. You know what I mean? Like it's been gone for so long that it, like, everyone knows that it's being rebuilt from the ground up. And if you bring it into our current loot pool and give it, you know, a pool of perks that are good and, you know, it's on a fixed roll, I think it's fucking scary. I think it's very good. I'd like to see more of this sort of stuff. What's Found Verdict? I don't even remember.
That's the shotgun, isn't it? Shotgun. Found Verdict.
Yeah, maybe. I can't even remember. I don't even think
I'm pretty
I was
sure that's
shotgunning back then. I don't even know what I was doing with my life back in D1. I don't even know what I was running. Oh, you're going to have to farm for a roll. I feel like the system that they made with Deepstone Crypt, where you've got the secondary shot by running the activity at the end, I feel like people will be running lots of VOGs and farming for good rolls.
Yeah,
I feel like
true.
That's the way, and I really like that system. I think you know, again, it's one of those things where it's like I'm all over it. I want more of that. You have a feeling that Fatebringer will be a 140 like Pally is. Well, I mean, if they nerf 120s, 140s will be the next fucking go-to. Auto shotty, righto. All right, well, look, I'm excited to jump back into the vault. What about you, Matt? We've probably gone off prematurely on this, to be honest, because it's not for another fucking month.
Mate, I'm running out of content log. That's why I'm covering it.
This is the thing where, like, dropping back to 3 seasons a year, it's great for like people being able to take a break from Destiny and stuff. But for Matty, the law slows down.
Actually, the YouTube's down heaps, but the Twitch is up heaps, so it's fucking all evens out. Are you 1310?
No. 1308.
You absolute loser.
Yeah, but
I'm
like
1310 on me Hunter and me Titan.
oh really? Hey, fucking good on you, mate.
Good on you, yeah,
Good on
dipstick.
ya. I could go and do it. I just don't.
Oh, I could go and do it. La, 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 la,
I don't-
la,
I
I
don't
could
like-
go and do it. La, la, la.
I just don't want to do. I don't know. I mean, I get on and I just want to play PvP and that's it. So there's not.
You're
really...
the person who told me if I just did it 1 day a week, I'd get there. And you're right. I did.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you. And I'm look. I mean, you can't tell me that I'm right in an insulting way. I just. Like, I know that you were trying, but. So,
But
dude,
do you know what I do need? I need
What?
fucking anarchy. Jesus Christ.
how many raids you got to run to be able to buy it?
A lot.
Yeah, that shocked me when I saw how expensive that shit.
It's
is.
like, I think it's 250 raid spoils or something like that.
Well, you won't be buying any fucking aftermarket VOG guns, that's for sure. Oh, Sassy's angry. He says you need to stop leaving raids. I don't know. I don't raid.
like increase my resilience in raids, not having Sassy's fucking voice droning in my ear.
It's like being attacked by a parrot. Like a really...
No, log, no, we can't do this because when we gang up on people, it's bad. It's bad. We egg each other on, and then it gets.
Yeah.
It goes too far, and then people get hurt. Okay, so we're just gonna nip us in the butt right now.
Basically, when me and Matt combine the insults, it's what happens in Ghostbusters where they cross the streams. It just becomes too much potency of insult.
It's a father-son Kamehameha.
Fuck off, son.
Oh yeah. I'm a little mini Titan now, a little Titan boy.
That's true. But I would have been like, what, fucking 5 or 6 when you were born? Very virile. So what, do you reckon you're actually going to main Titan for a bit, or do you think you're going to turn into an everyman?
Do you know what's really interesting? Yes, okay, look. Yes, Hunters. I actually think Invis is too strong because it's very hard to run any other class when you have your survivability like that doing solo flawless. When I started doing the Titan, there were so many options of different ways you could play it, like doing the sunspot boy or doing a Titan bubble or doing like massive DPS with your Superman fucking flying punch. Do you know? Like it's pretty nutty, the diversity in the Titan, because there's no. I didn't feel like there was. I mean, maybe Bubble Boy is probably like at the top of the pack.
A pretty strong
PvE.
outlier. Or Banner Shield is, very strong.
Depending if you got teammates or whatever. But your exotics as well, like linear actuators. Linear actuators are the
Dune
juniors?
marches, dude.
So dumb.
It's so strong.
Dumb strong.
Dude, you need to wait until you. Did you see the clip of me the other week where there was 6 people all mobbed up on one control point, and I did the mini slam and killed them all?
I can't get it working in PvP. I'm no good at PvP yet, but like
I'll show you.
PvE feels like a really nice combo when you need to like wipe all those fucking scions in Prophecy.
Yeah, really annoying little ads. It's just a passive ad clear. You just got to find one, punch them, dealt with.
Yup. And then see you later, kids. And then everything gets wiped.
Am I going to be? There's a lot of diversity in Hunters too, Matt, but you're just shit. Don't. Will father son Kamehameha you? Don't. We will dunk so hard that it'll be like you'll be in Space Jam 6.
Nighthawk, whatever, fuck, Golden Gun used to be good. It doesn't. It's like pissing in the wind now. There's no point fucking having it on. Yeah, there used to be. You want to talk about diversity? Oh, yeah. Here's a quick question for you. Tell me what art class for a hunter has range.
I mean,
Oh, wait, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I can't weigh in on any of this stuff, but what I can weigh in on, I went into trials last night as a warlock, playing with Sass and that, and I used Chaos Reach.
Right.
I'm going to start the angry music. I haven't done this in a long time.
I'll put the angry music on. The chat's already fired up. Fucking 6,000 IQ of already going, oh, but you just put your fucking yeah, whatever, mate. Go on, put the angry music on.
It's all.
Chaos Reach Warlock. Right.
I got into a room. Well, look, I knew there was a room that they were all in. Okay. I jumped through the door. I pushed Q because I'm on a keyboard and activated my super. And I picked up my mouse and went. And then they all fucking died. And I, God's honest truth, didn't actually lay my fucking eyes on any of them at any point. I don't know, like, it's fucking beyond ridiculous. I can't fucking do the, like the long range Titan slam. I'm gonna aim that shit. Why? I don't get it. I don't understand how anyone can defend Chaos Reach. It's just ridiculous. It's broken. It's fucking nonsense. But you know what I've done?
Wait.
I'm gonna start using it now. So it's fucking ruined. It's over. The trend is dead. I will nerf it by my presence.
Can't wait till I get to doing solo stuff on the Warlock, and it's like just an absolute walk in the park. And I can finally look Warlocks in the eyes and go, you have the easiest class. Shut up. You reckon that'll happen?
That was so perfect with the music. I'm gonna need to.
I can't hear the music.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. I'm gonna have to fucking clip it and send it to you. In Viz class with 100, though, yeah. Look, that might be true, but look, I haven't done Warlock yet, so I can't comment. Yeah, just drop wells. Just drop. As Chook says, just go around making your water break. My water broke. Stand in my puddle of healing. My water broke. Why? How does your brain go there? What a strange man. All right, look, we're gonna fucking find someone to host. It's been good getting back on the horse and getting stuck back into this. And look, if you've managed to make it through this entire episode up until now, I just want to say thanks because look, it's not easy sometimes to manage this shit in life, and occasionally there's just no way around it. We have to miss episodes, but we do take it seriously, and we do we don't want to fuck up your routine either. So we'll put every effort into keeping to the schedule from here on in. Matthew, do you have any closing comments before we raid the delightful Ain't Pro? Who, I mean, I think he's on the Warlock team for the thing. I'm not sure, but look, he's still good. I always get really worried when you sigh.
3 Guardians.
Yes.
Open up the vault of glass and step through. The Titan sacrifices thyself at the Templar, creating a shield to help every other Guardian team to come through. The Hunter, probably used Invis, escapes the vault of glass, goes insane, and is killed by Dredge and Yor. What does the Warlock do? Gets lost in time, is a whiny little bitch for fucking millennia. See you next week, kids.
horrible.